In this second example of potential energy curve, I'm considering a potential energy expression. U as a function of x for a particle is given by 20 plus x minus 2 whole square. And mass of the particle, I am assuming that 1 kilogram. And its kinetic energy at x is equal to 5 meters. Its kinetic energy K is equal to 20 joules. I am considering an arbitrary value like that I am considering. Now, my aim is to find what is the total energy of this particle and maximum kinetic energy, maximum potential energy, and the extreme points and the turning point. Okay, I will tell you what are extreme points and what are turning points. Before that, U as a function of x is given and the kinetic energy at 5 meters is given. First, I will calculate point number 1, total energy. What is total energy? Total energy is sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Am I right? So kinetic energy is given directly. How much it is? 20. Plus how to calculate potential energy? Simply substitute x is equal to 5 in this expression. So simply substitute x is equal to 5 in this expression, you will be getting the potential energy. If you substitute x is equal to 5, 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 whole square is 9, 20 plus 9 is 29. So this is what the potential energy at x is equal to 5 meters. So therefore total energy is equal to how much you will be getting? 49 joule. Okay, so it is a conservative force field because of which total energy should remain constant. Now I wanted to calculate what is the maximum potential energy and what is the minimum potential energy. So for maxima and minima, second point is I wanted to calculate U max and U minimum, through which I can calculate maximum kinetic energy and maximum potential energy. Okay, first I wanted to calculate U minimum potential energy. That is nothing but stable equilibrium position. If it is that I can find it. Well, first of all, I should check whether there is any point like U minimum or not. Okay, so that only I'm going to do here. For the maxima and minima, what should happen? Du divided by dx should be equal to 0. That only I'm doing. So differentiate it. Differentiation of 20 is 0 plus x minus 2 whole square differentiation is 2 into x minus 2. Altogether it should be 0. That implies you will be getting the value of x is equal to. So at x is equal to 0, there is a turning point, x is equal to 0. I don't know whether it is maximum or minimum. Okay, so to find out whether it is maximum or minimum, I am not going for d square u by dx square and everything. Directly I will do it. At x is equal to, I will calculate what is the potential energy. Therefore, u at x is equal to 2 is given by how much x is equal to 2 you will be getting? 2 minus 2 is 0, because of which u at x is equal to is how much? 20 joule. At x is equal to 2, u potential energy is 20 joules. Here, without calculating d square u by dx square directly, I said x is equal to 2 is corresponding to minimum potential energy. How can I say like that? Because total energy is 49 joules. Okay, and u at x is equal to is 20 joule. Okay, so if this 20 joule is maximum, then what should happen? When potential energy is maximum, obviously kinetic energy should be 0. So if x is equal to 2 corresponds to maximum potential energy, then kinetic energy should be 0. Then total energy will be 20 joules, but actually total energy is 49 joule. So through that, what I concluded is x is equal to is the point corresponding to minimum potential energy. Next, I wanted to calculate what is the point corresponding to maximum potential energy. When potential energy is 20 joule, then potential energy U is minimum. The value of U, potential energy is minimum, and its value is how much? 20 joules. When potential energy is minimum, what happens to the kinetic energy? It is maximum, and its value is how much? Total is 49 and U minimum is 20, means kinetic energy, maximum kinetic energy value is how much? 29 joule. Okay, next I wanted to calculate what is the maximum possible value of potential energy. Maximum possible value of kinetic energy is 29 joule, means minimum possible value of kinetic energy. I wanted to calculate what is the minimum possible value of kinetic energy. So the point at which kinetic energy is minimum, potential energy should be maximum. Okay, so therefore total energy is, what is that, 49 joule. Total energy is 49 joule is equal to U max plus K minimum. So what is the minimum possible value of kinetic energy? Obviously it is 0 only, because of which U max, maximum possible value of U is 49 joule. And if you wanted to find out the point at which the potential energy is maximum, simply substitute in this expression. Therefore 49 is equal to 20 plus x minus 2 whole square. Through this, what you will be getting, x minus 2 is equal to square root 29, 5 5 is 25, so 5 point something something, plus or minus, you will be getting plus or minus 5 point somewhere around 3 meter. Therefore that implies x is equal to it, if it goes to this direction, 5.3 plus 2 and minus 5.3 plus 2. These are the 2 points at which the kinetic energy is minimum. That means there is a turning point, and to the right of this turning point and to the left of this turning point there is an extreme point at which kinetic energy becomes 0. At this point and at this point kinetic energy is becoming 0. The point at which the kinetic energy is maximum, U is minimum. U is minimum at what point? This, so at x is equal to 2, what's happening? Kinetic energy is maximum and potential energy is minimum, and its value is how much we got here? 20 joule. Okay, at this point kinetic energy K max value is how much? Maximum kinetic energy is how much? 29 joule. And at this right extreme end, that is 5.3 plus 2 is how much? 7.3. At x is equal to, at x is equal to 7.3. what's happening? Kinetic energy is 0, but because of which potential energy is maximum, and its value is given by how much? 49 joule. Okay, at x is equal to what value? Minus 5.3 plus 2 is how much? Minus 3.3. At x is equal to minus 3.3. okay, what's happening? Again kinetic energy is 0 and potential energy is maximum, and its value is how much? 49 joule. So the maximum possible value of x, the particle can move to the right direction, is 7.3 direction, 7.3 in right direction and 3.3 in left direction. Why can't it go beyond this? Because beyond this kinetic energy is 0, because of which particle cannot move. Here also beyond this point kinetic energy is 0, because of which particle cannot move to the left direction. So this is how we calculated maximum potential energy, maximum kinetic energy and their extreme points and the turning points. Here x is equal to, that is minimum potential energy point, we call it as the turning point.